What are the key difference between a business analyst role and product owner role in real life projects?
To me, it's about analyzing the requirements and providing solution to a given problem. It's about the product market fit. So when I do some visualizing the product from end to end perspective, not just about seeing.
What business analyst skills helped you the most when you stepped into this product owner role?
To me, the most important skill that I analyzed which helped me in this role shift was hesitation and collaboration.
Hello everyone and welcome to FuturePath Global, where we bring you real career journey and practical insights from professionals who have successfully transitioned to impactful roles. Today's conversation is especially relevant for business analysts who aspire to move into product owner roles. I am Bhavna and I'm delighted to have with us VimalaRani, a Techcanvass alumni who has successfully transitioned from a business analyst role to product owner. Hello Vimla, welcome to FuturePath Global.
Bhavna.
To start with, Vimla, could you please briefly walk us through your profile and your journey? How did you become product owner from a business analyst role?
Sure. Okay, rather than answering this question in a journey from a business analyst to a product owner, I would think it will make more sense if we put it in a way that I was initially to be with a QA engineer, and then I went to a business analyst, and then a product owner. So, if I have to tell about my journey. When I started my career into the software industry, I was someone who didn't know even the ABC of a software. So it's like I just then learned what software testing is. I was like around in and around the software testing for close to 7 years. Um, Officially, it was like close to 8 or 9 years, but then 7 years into the testing, I started realizing and that I had an aspiration for the business analyst role. And then my perspective and the way of testing stuff and looking at test cases or use cases beyond testing, I think that led to the journey of exploring the business analyst role more. And yeah, of course, I did take up some training from Techcanvass, and I started exploring even before I got into the role. And I think it was ECBA, which was initially that I took up. And then working some, I would say 1 or 2 years into the role, then I was finally promoted to the BA role. And then in the BA role, I realized that I wanted much more deeper learning. And then I took up the CBAP course. And I would say, I did learn a lot. And from there, with I would say the quest or the search for um, more from the solution phase to owning the product and the opportunity that my organization gave, I think I shifted to the product owner role. That's how my entire journey from the QA engineer to the product owner had been through.
That's impressive, Vimla. So starting from QA, then you moved into business analyst role, then finally you are now product owner. So that's a long journey, I would say, and quite impressive.
Right.
So many business analysts aspire to move into product owner role. So what actually motivated you to do this transition?
Okay, so to me, it was like I would say the way back in the QA role, it was like the thirst of exploring more, and what happens, what is there above and beyond the test cases that we do or the use cases that we do, and the same approach when it came to the business analyst role. What is there above and beyond the requirements definition or the requirement analysis or the specifications that I give out to the engineering team? What's more than that? And that that eagerness or that aspiration, I would tell, to just move ahead and scale up a little bit on the work that you're doing, that led to the path of the product owner role, I would say.
Great. So, from your experience, what are the key difference between a business analyst role and product owner role in real life project?
Okay, so yeah, theoretically we do read a lot, and yeah, we hear a lot of things about both the roles. And practically, most of the things are in alignment with what we read and do. But from my experience, of my perspective, what is that I learned is PA role is to me it's about analyzing the requirements and providing solution to a given problem. The focus is mostly specifically on that functionality or module, and it's about like bridging the gap between the your customers and your engineering team, and providing them with the most specification related stuff to the requirement. It's about like you understand the solution, you go ahead with the solution approach, you define the requirements, and you point the engineering team towards the solution direction. Whereas the pure role, according to me, is more than that. Than a solution defining phase. It's not about the problem solution fit alone, it's about the product market fit. So, when I do something for a given problem, is it just going to solve the problem of the solution? What it's going to be the strategy of my product after I implement this stuff? So that I think is the key difference between the BA and the product owner stuff. And this product owner stuff is about visualizing the product from end to end perspective, not just about seeing or resolving the conflict in terms of the problem. It's about strategically establishing your product or the part that you own in the product. So that's what a product owner does to me.
Thank you. So my next question was about to ask the same. Okay. So what kind of mindset shift is required when someone is moving from analyzing requirement to owning a product end to end?
Okay, so when you analyze a requirement, you just take a look at what was the problem statement given to you, and you try to fit in a solution to that specific problem. Now, when you take your role up as a product owner, you start looking into like if this is going to be the solution approach, what does it yield to my product? Not only in terms of customer satisfaction, what is the return on investment that I get when I do a particular change to my product in terms of this specific solution. I think that is the difference between analyzing a requirement and then owning the requirement. So you get a say, and you have a very clear perspective on what that particular requirement is going to yield to your product.
Great. So, what, as you mentioned that you moved from BA to product owner role. So, what business analyst skills helped you the most when you stepped into this product owner role?
Yeah. So here, different people would have different skills that they discovered were helping them. To me, the most important skill that I analyzed which helped me in this role shift was elicitation and collaboration. Whereas in a business analyst role, I was like eliciting the requirements and then refining it further and taking it up there. But here, the collaboration on the stakeholder management stuff that did help me a lot when I moved into this role. Actually, whatever I did there, here it did help me a lot in that case. And the requirement analysis there, it led to the specifications and other stuff as a business analyst. But the same skill set, which when was applied to the product owner role, it actually helped me to create right backlog items for a particular given story. And it also did help me prioritize stuff accordingly. Like I had a clear understanding when I analyzed the requirements and on where it stands, what priority does it fetch among the others that's there in the queue. So yeah, that's the thing that helped me the most. Of course, there are many, but these two are the outstanding stuff, I would say.
Okay, impressive. So every transition, so like you have been transition, I think twice, right? From QA, then BA, and then now product owner. So every transition comes with challenges. Okay. So what was the biggest challenge which you faced during this transition?
Okay. So to me, personally, I felt um, uh, saying no. That was the biggest challenge that I faced as a product owner when I initially took up this role. It's like, see, as a product, you get requests from all the sectors of your organization. You do have your support team, you do have your customers, you do have your services, you do have your implementers, each group of people having their own priorities, and for them everything is like a showstopper or a high priority stuff. And a list of all those, let's say 5 or 10 showstoppers comes to you. That's when you have to say no to some of them. You have to actually analyze what is the real showstopper out there, what's the one which needs a real prioritization, and then prioritizing the right thing at the right time, and then saying no to the others. That was a real challenge, actually. The priority stuff, I think I was able to manage a little. Of course, there are many people or my seniors who are guiding me, but then saying no part is entirely on me, wherein I had to step up and say, no, we're not going to do it this time. We'll be doing it a later part of the release and stuff like that. I think that was the biggest challenge. And again, as I stated previously, that shift in mindset, right? From up until now, you have been just concentrating on the problem solution fit stage. And now you have to take a strategy look at your product market fit. I think that was also something that I had to scale upon.
Definitely. So that's what you have your own challenges, but yes, finally you have come over it, and then you did this transition. So
I would say I
after
haven't come over it completely. It's like I'm just learning, coming up. It's like you face this and you face this challenge every time, and every time you face this challenge, you learn something and you step ahead and move ahead. It's not something like one day I'm done with learning this skill. It's not that. It's like yeah,
correct,
it's a
correct. Challenges
continuous
are
learning loop.
actually part of our learning. So
Right. True.
definitely. So now, like as a new product owner, what would be that one mistake you would you made that aspiring BA should avoid?
Ah, yeah. So this stuff was like the very first, or I would say the very few first cases that I took up, or I would say the stakeholder meetings that I went to. Um, the moment they started stating their problem, my mind, as a business analyst, that complete shift was not made. Of course, it will not happen in a day. So while hearing their problems, rather than concentrating on the problems, the mind starts working on the solution approach, which is actually a BA skill, I would say. I think that's something which others or anyone aspiring to be a product owner from a BA role should have control over. I'll not say it has to be stopped, or it's a mistake. It's not a mistake, but doing that at a later stage of time and hearing more rather than just jumping off a solution and providing that on the spot. I think that's something which someone needs to avoid. And I would say in that front, when we talk about those scenarios, the customer empathy is one skill that a product owner would need. So, putting yourself in your customer's shoes and then and trying to understand the problems that they are facing. Yeah, I think that's one thing. And rather than just looking at the problems, looking at the overall picture, I think that is also something which is needed. Yeah.
Correct. So now, after becoming a product owner, what new skills did you realize that you have to build or strengthen?
Okay. I would say the first thing that I wanted to build and strengthen, which of course I'm doing it continuously, is the prioritization techniques. I would say, like you have 10 things. That's, I think, would be one of the very biggest challenge that you would face as a new product owner. You would have 10 things to prioritize, and then you get to understand what would be the right prioritization technique that you would need to. And if I prioritize this, what will be my return on this investment that I'm going to make for this choice is something that we might need to build and strengthen upon. And the second thing I would say is communicating the right content to the right audience. That's something which I think I'm struggling even today. So what happens is, like, as a business analyst, right? Especially if you're going to be in the same product or something, you get to absorb a lot of content over your experience. And when it comes to the product owner, your content has to match your audience. Like, if I'm going to talk to my manager or my senior leadership, I have to have the right content. I would say in terms of if I make this change, what's going to be the monetary benefit? What's going to where are we making our product stand in the market with this change? That's what my leadership would be interested in. When I just go to my engineering team, I have to explain them this how this problem needs to be resolved from the specification perspective. So, and if I have to go and talk to my customer, what is that I'm doing for them? If I start explaining whatever I'm doing to my engineering team, because I know the deep down details of my product, I think that's not going to help the other audience. And eventually, I think the outcomes of your meetings will not be sounding good. So that's something which I had to polish, and I'm doing it still.
That's great. So now, as you have completed your BA training, your business analyst training from Techcanvass, right? So how did that training help you build the foundation of your career?
Yeah, actually, I did talk about this in the very first intro as well. I would say it taught me the basics of what a business analyst has to do. Uh, and it gives you the technical details of what is expected out of your role. How do you get your mindset shift from your testing or that perspective, and how could your testing skills help you uh, glow up in your business analyst role? So those tactics that was I would say provided by Tech to me. And especially the sessions that these faculties give, right? And they take the real life examples of whatever businesses that we see, and then keep explaining stuff based on that. I think that helps us correlate our day to day work with regards to the concepts that we learn. And that structure of training, or I would say sessions from Tech and was did help me a lot, actually.
That's a great point, Vimla. So, and it clearly says that how a structured learning can play a crucial role when someone is planning to transition in their career.
True, true. That's true.
Yeah. In fact, for like many business analysts who want to move into product owner roles, having a guided and practical learning path help reduce necessary growth. That's exactly why Techcanvass offers a business analyst to product owner transition course designed to build the right skill, the real world understanding required for this role. So
That's
let's
true.
continue with
I'm
the
in
next
complete
question.
agreement with what you say, Bhavna. It did really help from the practical aspects and see when you face that real challenge on and you will not be like see the theory, the technique, this stands in one side and your practicality stands in the other side. And these sessions and this trainings given by Tech was that bridges the gap between these two, the way they explain stuff and when you face such a challenge in terms of your application, you will be able to relate to the related techniques and how that could help you resolve your work challenges.
Correct. Thank you so much, Vimla. So let's continue with our next question. So looking back, the how did the structured learning at Tech Canvas supported you to transition into a product owner role? So like you explained that how did it help you in BA?
Mm.
Okay, but like did it help you transition to your product owner role, or how was the support?
Of course, it did help me in transitioning to the product owner role. In fact, I would say that laid the foundation of the of my aspiration to move into the product owner role from the BA role. As I said, I was taking up the CBAP certification, and there I was like explain the core concepts of the BABOK, and then it was like it was more about solution stuff and how we do things and all. But then that eagerness of who makes the decision about the business analyst and how the prioritization and the product ownership is being handled by the product owner was like kind of touch based in the sessions, and then explained systematically on what a product owner does and what a BA does. I think that paved the way for this aspiration and it helped me drive forward from there.
Great. So, based on your experience, what practical advice would you like to give to business analyst who wants to become product owner?
As I said in my previous messages as well, it's like don't constrain yourself to your work that you're doing. Just go above and beyond whatever you are working on today. Like try shifting your perspective from just solution-based approach to overall problem solving perspective and then start taking ownership of your product. I would say when I tell start taking ownership of your product doesn't mean that you take up the product owner role and start prioritizing stuff. It's not like that. But yeah, you do really get those opportunities. Let's take for example, because that's how I got into this role. That was one of the factors that led to this. Like you always, when you work as a BA, you get the opportunity to be a pseudo PO in absence of your product owner, like your product manager or your product owner may not be available for some reason, from some holidays, some business trips, or things like that. And in those cases, I would say step up and wear their hat and try to understand. And then when you take a look at any of your requirements or your problems that's given to you, just do your BA work and then start wearing your product owner hat and try to see like if I'm a product owner, how will I be handling these stuff? So that kind of a pseudo practice, I think that will help you to move forward and yeah, once when you hit that aspiration, you'll be a real good product owner when you are into that role.
That was helpful, Vimal. I'm sure it will help a lot of BA who is planning to shift into product owner role. So now we have come to an end, and to wrap up, if you had to summarize your journey in just one key learning, what would it be? I'm sure there will be many, but what would be the one key learning you would like to share with us?
Yeah, it is about, yeah, if it's just about talking about the transitioning from the BA to the product owner role, I would say do just analyze the requirement, start owning the requirements. I think that will help you shift from where you are to what you aspire.
Correct. So thank you so much, Vimla, for sharing your journey so openly and honestly. I'm sure our audience will find this insights extremely helpful and actionable.
Thanks, Bhavna.
Yeah. So I think we are good now.
Okay.
Thank you so much, Vimla Rani, for sharing your journey so openly and honestly. I am sure our audience will find your insights extremely relatable and actionable. To everyone watching, if you are a business analyst aspiring to become product owner role, we hope this conversation has given you clarity and confidence. Stay tuned to FuturePath Global for more such inspiring career stories. Thank you for watching.